people who cannot sit at home, thank you so much for joining me. So in this video, I have collected all of the unique and sometimes weird places in Toronto. So I'm gonna start in Toronto, but then I'm gonna spread out and go to further and further into the Ontario and show you other cool, weird, unique places in Ontario. And I'm trying hardest in this video to show you things that you probably have not heard or seen. So let me know if this is unique to you. Let me know if there are other things that you know about in Toronto that I should check out. So let's begin. For the first stop, and by the way, these are in no particular order, let's start with Joan Fluevog shoes. This is a Canadian-owned brand, and it is so unique. Over here you can see the shoes. They are so funky. So right there in itself, go there to check out and buy, if you're into this kind of style, some amazing high-quality shoes. But what I also love about their Queen Street location is this funky room. Now this is totally free, just open, check it out. And the couch is on the side and the shoes are on the side, and it's just so awesome. Anytime I'm there, I always have to check out this room. It's I love the vintagey feel of it and just the fact that it's even in the store. Very cool. Number 2, White Elephant. This is someone close to the first location. There's a white elephant. So if you Google map it, White Elephant, I'm gonna put all of the locations down below, also all of the Google Maps locations. It's a white elephant in someone's front yard. Really well done, actually. And as I understand, it's their sculpture. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know the history, but yeah, pretty cool. Number 3 is the Leslieville Dollhouse. And occasionally it is referred to Leslieville Crazy Dollhouse. It is all in these dolls. It is a little creepy, definitely, but it's also kind of funky. This is more for, like, I would say, go there for Halloween, but it's there every day of the year, so you can check it out any time of the year. Number 4, really fun, unique thing, Polar Dip Plunge. That was actually just happened at Woodbine Beach. It is organized by Othership. They're sort of like a spa downtown Toronto, and they do this kind of ongoingly, about once or twice per year. If you follow them, and I'm going to link their website down below, you can partake. This is a fundraiser, but as I understand, some people just do it for fun to join in. And it's so much fun. They dance, they dip into the water. It's a great experience. So number 5 place to check out is Danville Park. So this is, we're kind of slowly going away from downtown Toronto, and it is a viewing platform for the planes. I never knew that existed. And they have like a cool plane kind of metal statue over there. There is a really nice view of the downtown Toronto and really lovely plane themed graphics on the floor. Really cool place, totally free to check out. After Queen Tea Shop is a really nice vintagey feel afternoon tea. This is best to pre-book. The thing about this place is it's just so vintage and out of this, out of this time. They have this gorgeous mural that was created somewhere in the 70s. If you ask them, they can even turn it on, and it, has this beautiful light. The tea and the food they serve were amazing. We had quiche as a starter, and then they brought in the tower of different foods. The teas you also get to select. The teas were excellent, and the service was really excellent. The lady was very lovely. And here's the tower with all of the items. Everything was very fresh. Definitely quite the experience. They are sort of in Markham, so not that far from the city, and just the ambience of it is really gorgeous. Number 7 is the Pleasantville Curve. This is also a unique place. This is located in Stouffville, and at first you're like, is this an art project? Why is the whole road painted? And then if you do some research, this is basically where they test the paints for the roads, but it's just so funky and cool. It's not a long road, but it's definitely fun to check it out if you're in the area. Number 8 is the Primitive Designs. They are located in Port Parry, and they are quite the place. So they have a store, just like a shop that's inside, also very unique and very cool, but on the outside they have all of these enormous statues made out of, I think it's recycled metal or recycled car parts. They have a transformer, they have a number of dinosaurs. Each year they try to add something new. It's a very unique place. I think the outside sometimes closes during the winter, but the inside stays open. But do check their website, it's going to be linked down below. Number 9 unique location that you need to check out is the Wutai Shan Buddhist Garden. This is located somewhat close to Lindsay, which I would say is about an hour and 15, hour and a half from Toronto. Currently it's not open, please do not trespass. This is going to be an amazing, beautiful garden someday, but you can already see from the road, you can just park there, there is a space to park. You can see the huge Buddha and just different statues. It's very beautiful and very unique. Next place is the Wings Cafe. These guys are in Parry Sound, which is about 2.5 hours north of Toronto. It's a cafe, and we had a soup and we had a sandwich, and then you get to sit down and you get to check out these planes that just take off right outside. We did not see too many planes in that cafe, but at the Airpark Cafe, which is in Guelph, we actually had much more luck. So it's also a cafe, lots of different choices for the breakfast foods. Both of the cafes only open during breakfast hours, so I think they both close at about 2 o'clock. At the Airpark Cafe, we actually saw more planes. I don't know if it's because it was a Saturday. Both of those cafes were amazing and definitely worth checking out. Next unique location is the Living Water Wayside Chapel. This is located closest to Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's sort of between Niagara-on-the-Lake and Niagara Falls. So this chapel is very interesting. First of all, it is beautiful. Definitely something to check out. So the local guides claim that this is the smallest chapel in the world, according to Guinness Book of World Records. But the Guinness Book of World Records actually doesn't have that mentioned. So take it with a grain of salt. It's definitely adorable, very beautiful, and definitely something to check out. And over here, I quickly wanted to tell you about my books. So the digital formats are all on Etsy. There are 3 books. One is summer, one is weekends in summer, and one is fall winter. And on Amazon, I actually have 4 books because there's another art book. So same books as before, but in print format. And of course, I'm going to link everything down below if you would like to check them out. Number 13, very unique place, is the Muskoka Beer Spa. Now, this is in Muskoka, of course, and the unique thing about this place, actually a lot of things. Well, first of all, they are an outdoor spa, so they have a number of pools and jacuzzis and cold dips that you can just go in and enjoy, spend a whole day there. Another element that I think is unique from the similar spas that are in the Ontario is that these guys are, you can get your beer and you can enjoy it as you walk around. And I also understand that if you do get a beer, on certain days they have masseuses that also give you like food massage, which is really cool. The spa also has hammocks, it has an access to the beach. It's a beautiful place. I really enjoyed it. And if you really want to just sleep there, they have these kind of bunkies, very cool. I think they're like somewhere around $100 to rent. Check on their website, really great location and a lot of fun. Ostrich Land, Ontario is another very unique experience. First of all, they have just different tours. So over here, we're doing a feeding of the ostriches. This was, I think, $10 per person. You book it online so that, you have a time slot and it's only on the weekends. And then you're given this jar and, of course, the food, and off you go feeding these guys. These are, by the way, babies, so they're fairly small. They also have a farm tour, which I think is about like a little more, like $20, where they take you through the farm. They talk about it more in depth. And what I think makes this farm even more ridiculously unique is that you can actually pre-order a ostrich egg. So it took about a month for me to get it because you reserve it and then you have to go and get it. The price of it was $60, but I think for supporting the farm and the size of this egg, this was a great deal. And then begins the fun part, trying to open this egg. I actually did a whole video about this. I'm going to link it down below if you're very interested in how to open it. It was quite the experience. I think I learned how to do it, basically. Now I am more confident in my abilities on how to open an ostrich egg. Fun fact, ostrich egg needs to not break when it falls down from the ostrich mama, which is because they're pretty tall, which is a pretty tall distance, hence why they are so incredibly hard to open. Here it is finally opened. You can do any kind of cooking with it, of course. This is pretty much just a regular egg, except it's huge. It's about the size of 23 normal eggs, and it's very yummy. It's slightly different taste. Definitely recommend it. Number 15, very unique experience, is Treetop Trekking. So this specific location is the Ganaraska. And I've been to Horseshoe, I've done Treetop Trekking there, and I feel that the Ganaraska trees are far more taller. There's something about the size of them, it's just pretty ridiculous. It's a little bit nerve-wracking when you see them kind of swaying in the wind, but they are definitely very safe. The different courses that you do, some of them are lower to the ground and some of them are higher to the ground. Some of them are quite challenging. We did 3 out of the 7 that they have. At the end, when you get to like the last course, I think most of them are just zip lining through the trees. And at that point, the height of it just becomes pretty high off the ground. Anyway, it's a ridiculous experience. It challenges you mentally, challenges you physically. And I highly recommend it because of its weird, unique quality of just defying gravity, really. Number 16 is the Oeno Gallery. This is located in Prince Edward County, and the thing about this gallery is that it's an outdoor gallery, which is so cool in my opinion. You can walk around, you can, I think, purchase, if not all, but at least most of them, and you can walk around and you can enjoy the artworks. Another unique thing about this place is that this is also a winery, so you can get your glass of wine and walk around discussing art, which is a unique twist on the typical art gallery experience indoors, and this is a beautiful experience outdoors. And also, other than if you are getting the wine, which of course you have to pay for, this outdoor art gallery experience is completely free. Green Hill Gardens Wilkesport line is a very unique place. So this is located closer to Sarnia. This is probably about 3 hours away from Toronto if you're in Toronto. And what unique thing about this is, first of all, free entry. Second of all, they have Lotus Field. Now, I've never seen ever in Ontario Lotus Field. I've never seen it, to be honest, anywhere else, because that area is actually slightly warmer versus Toronto. So definitely the climate is slightly different, hence the flowers. At least that's my guess. We were there in kind of early August, and that's when the gorgeous lotuses were flowering. I'm not sure what is the time span, but if you're there in the summertime, especially at the end of July, August, you have to check it out. Next amazingly unique spot is the Screaming Heads. Now this you might have heard of because this has been very popular lately, but it's so unique that I had to include it. This is about 3 hours north of Toronto. It is completely free to enter, which in my opinion is crazy because it's a big area. You can spend good, from 1 to 2 hours easily. First, go around the park. Do have bug spray because it does get buggy in the summer. If you go in the summer, that's why if you can go there in the fall, which would be the best time because less bugs, it would be better. Beautiful fields of flowers together with all these crazy sculptures that are very unique. They're kind of screaming. They're huge size. And when you actually go closer to the parking, this area is actually very easy to miss. The owner was the one who told me to go here, and that's when all of these Screaming Heads are together. So just don't miss it. It's right by the parking. If you actually don't want to do the whole park, you can just check this out, which is, I think, the most ridiculous. And so much fun. I don't know how he does it. He was, as I understand, a retired art teacher and very creative and very unique. The next place is the Hacienda. Now this, getting further and further, this is in Sudbury. Sudbury is roughly, I'd say, about 6 hours from Toronto. By the way, a whole trip in itself. I'm going to link down below what to do in Sudbury. We had so much fun. The thing about this place is that it's all about like a Mexican hacienda. The look of it, the pools, everything like architecturally screams Mexico, which is, in my opinion, so crazy because we're not in Mexico. We're in Canada, and it's crazy. It's just insane. All of the details, door handles, the living room has this gorgeous sculpture. Just the attention to detail. When we were talking to the owner, she mentioned that it wasn't her who did this. It was a owner before, but she is so dedicated to upkeep and making sure the look is followed through. Amazing experience. We booked it through their website. I'm going to link down below their information. They do book really fast, so book them in advance, especially in the summer months. Amazing location. cool experience in Sudbury is the owl experience. You book it, I think it was about $50, and you get to hold on your hand while wearing a glove a really nice light tawny owl, and it's a cute little guy. He's only 1 year old. His name is Rowan. And then next you get to, graduate to a bigger owl. It's a gray horned owl. His name is Wakiri. Over here, he's very intimidating in the most awesome way. Beautiful yellow eyes, but very gentle. Love that experience. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there are some unique things that you have noted that you want to check out. As per usual, make sure to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoy my videos, and also make sure to write down below what are other unique things, unique places that I should check out. Maybe I'll do a second video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.